Alright, hey guys, so I thought I would do the Thor video that I was talking about doing. So, as per usual, we'll start off with the box. You can see, like all the other Avengers boxes from the past, it's got Thor, or the, if you were getting the other Avengers, it would have their name up the top here. And we get a awesome art image of Thor. I really like how the Marvel and most of the DC boxes that Hot Toys put out have this ridiculously awesome artwork on it. I wish they would start doing it for the Star Wars ones, make it more interesting than just the standard black Star Wars box with the picture on it. But very awesome image of Thor, and we have Marvel Avengers Infinity War, and like all the regular Avengers boxes, this lifts up with the window. But as you can see, I've got everything out, so there's not really anything to look at there. The side's pretty standard Thor, and that logo continues around. Then the back is just space and all the credits. And this side is the Gauntlet Thor. So again, really cool how they've got that Avengers logo going across. I only own Thor and Widow from Infinity War. I'm not going to pick up Cap, or possibly probably won't even pick up the Iron Man, simply because I don't like having too many variants of the Marvel figures, and even to get there's a huge difference between this guy and the previous Thors, and that's the reason why I went with him. When I get to it, the light up feature was the reason why I chose this Thor over the Gladiator Thor as well. Alright, so accessories, we have the various hands. These were the hands that were on him. That's I just haven't taken the plastic wrap off them, so I did swap it out. I've had this figure for a little while. I just haven't bothered to do a video. We get this hand here. Now, as you can see on him, so you do get the left and right hand for that. You have the hand for holding Stormbreaker. This hand here you could probably also use for Stormbreaker. The fists. And what was this one? Oh, this was like just the relaxed hand. Okay, of course we have Stormbreaker, and again, similar to what I was talking about when I went over the Asmus items, obviously Stormbreaker here isn't die-cast, but we can see that the runes and detailing on it are awesome. You have that little leaf there. Of course, people have a lot of problem with the size of the Hot Toys Stormbreaker, but the size did change based on who he was throwing it at, so I'm quite happy with it to be this size for him just holding it. I mean, obviously it's going to look out of scale if you use it with Thanos, but I do not have a problem with the Stormbreaker. I reckon it's very cool. I would have preferred them to give us another lightning effect that we could have attached to the back here, or maybe even the back of it, or the middle section to light up. But other than that, it is a very nice axe, and we can see that it's got that detail around the back there too. Okay, I'm just going to put that on. Now we also do get the swap out arms. You just kind of grab it and pull it out, and put this one in for the unarmored look, similar to what the Asgardian light armor Thor came with from Dark World. Okay, of course we do get the splay stand, and it is Avengers Infinity War, and it's got Thor there. Quite nice, like all the other Infinity War stands. It's got that very nice Avengers logo there. Now, Thor does have a flight stand, and you can see the bar and the thing there. It is quite easy to put together, and it does hold him up well. And there is another, when you open it, there is another plastic cover over there. I've just taken it all out to show you guys accessories quickly. Okay, we have these extra side pieces for if you choose to remove the cape. The cape does remove itself. This here is the other piece, so the that you can use if you choose to remove the cape. You just place that on him when you take that one off. And we also get 2 eye patches. One has a gold, that gold strip going through it, and the other one just looks battle damaged. And it is a magnet, so we just go take off, and we get both Thor's eyes, and that just places in there like so. I'm going to put this back on it so we don't lose them. They do have quite a habit of popping out of there when the plastic cover is off. Okay, now last accessory is, of course, we get the lightning pieces. So they come housed in this, which just sits on top of the actual thing there, and you can see that just pops in there to keep it in storage. So there are basically these are on him, and you can see that there are large, medium, and small ones. The large ones are obviously top, medium, middle, small ones on the bottom. You just kind of pull them out. They are pegs, like so, but as this is a pretty it's been out for a while, so a lot of you would already probably know this already, but we so you just pull it out and you plug the lightning effect in, and obviously you get 3 for each side, and it is quite easy to tell which ones go on the right and which ones go on the left. And then you get these 2 additional ones here, which you can apply by pulling out the hands and then just sliding it up the arm like so. I have seen a few people take these off the arms and apply them to the Stormbreaker, and it does look quite cool. Even if you just take one off, so take that one off, put it on Stormbreaker, and then have the lightning going all the way down his arm, it would look quite good also. So they are fairly easy to remove. I didn't have too many problems. You can see there are nice weathering on them. I've just been keeping these in the bottom of the box. Oops, as I'm not going to be swapping the lightning in and out all the time. Okay, so looking at Thor himself, as we can see, it is a fantastically amazing head sculpt. And we do have very nice sculpted hair, and we can see the different lengths kind of sculpted in there. There's definitely Hemsworth. We can see a couple of scars there. Again, looking at the body armor, it's quite nice. We do have the pants. Now, I'm not sure if you're using the flight stand. I have used the flight stand and did have him displayed up on the flight stand. I have recently moved, so I did have to box this guy back up again after I got him. But he does look quite cool on the flight stand, and depending on how long this video goes for, I might place him on the flight stand at the end for you guys. And then at the back we do have the cape. Now the cape does flow very nicely, and Thor does stand on his own quite nicely. It's just a matter of trying to get him to do it one-handed because of the camera. I'll just put him down for a sec. Now the difference is, when I showed off the Last Jedi figures, you'll notice that I said that all the boots were all one piece. Here the boot and the shin guards are separate, so you do get a lot more ankle articulation in there, which is excellent. Going back to the pants, on the flight stand, depending on what you do, I feel like these may split over time. just something to be cautious of, but it's probably the same for any Thor figure. It's just something to keep in mind. Now the articulation is pretty good. Things to watch out for though, and I will probably set up the flight stand so I can show you this a bit more. You can kind of see that the lightning effects kind of bump each other here, and they do look quite close together. Now that's not a problem, although when you're bending the arms, there is a chance that they can get caught up. I have seen a couple of people snap them because they weren't watching where the lightning effects were going when they were bending the arms. So that's just another thing to keep in mind there. So what I might do now is I will get out this flight stand. So you have the base. This part obviously just screws into the bottom like so. Oh, don't take Thor out in the process. So you can see that you can, even with one hand, you can do it quite quickly. Now this little top section here pops. Oh, this might be a two-handed thing. Yeah, I'm going to have to. Sorry guys, it was just that top bit was really tight. So that top bit just pops off, and then this little bit will pop on. Now you can, there is a screw bit in there where you can choose how low or high you have it. If you have, obviously, if you have a wide, if you have a high display, like a Moji case or something, you could have it at full height. I just need to push it down a tiny bit further. So apologies. So you can see that this does slide up and down. I just haven't tightened it all the way. It's just simply because I did not have him. I didn't have him displayed out for long before I had to pack him back away. And then this just screws back on. Much easier to do. And then that won't pop off again. Then obviously this here just like any other hot toy flight stand. Don't do that. It does bend. Obviously I haven't bent it, so mine is quite straight. Now I generally put the cape back like that, so the cape hides the initial, hides the grabber. Now again, I'm just going to put this down for a quick sec. And we lost a hand. And we lost a hand in the process. So yeah, as I was saying before, these just slide up in there. Again, how far you slide it up or down is up to you. You can kind of maneuver it around if you want to slide it further up. Obviously it is a lot easier to do with two hands. And then the hand just pegs back on there. Bring out Stormbreak. Just putting Stormbreaker in his hand. Is a little, not all that tricky, but again it depends on how, where you want him holding it. Apologies that you are looking at not very much right now. I'm going to look in seeing if I can get a stand, something for my phone, so I don't have to keep doing that. Alright, so as you can see, he does hold Stormbreaker quite nicely, and you can kind of see that when I was moving it around, those two there did bump in there. And again, you can get really good arm articulation, though extended posing will give you the creasing there. Now, on his back, underneath his cape, there is, of course, the switch. Just feel for it there. I'm pretty sure that's it there. Let's go back the other way. So you can see it there. Oh yeah, I was trying to move it the wrong way. It does require a little bit of force to move. Doesn't help when your fingernails are short either. Come on, I did it before. Make sure that the batteries were still working. Sorry. So yeah, it's just that little gap in there. You feel for the groove. Aha, there we go. And voila, he does light up. And you can see that it is a good idea to tighten that screw. As you can see, I said that I did not tighten it very well. And you can see just by doing that, he's kind of moved. Rather, the stand itself is kind of moved. Now, the light up feature is excellent. It is extremely good in a darkened room. I'll just close a couple of these. See if I can close these blinds here, might make it a bit better. It's quite a windy day today. And you can see that just even by closing those those blockout curtains, you can see that it's illuminating the lighting a lot better than what it was with the curtain open. Now, I cannot show you the blacklight feature. The blacklight that I had was not strong enough. It did kind of do it, but not all that well. So if anyone in the group does have a torch that can do it, that can the eyes, you shine it into the eyes and they go blue with the light to go off the lightning effect. If you do have a torch strong enough to do it, I would love to know where you got it from. I would love to see it in person. Now obviously you can bend the knee and other parts to add to the flying effect. So this is probably the pose that a lot of people have gone for. Bring me Thanos. So it is an amazing figure, well worth the pickup. It has sold out here in Australia, so Sideshow is going to be the best bet to pick them up from, if you haven't already done so. So that probably covers it. We'll probably do more videos throughout the week. There is one that I do really want to do, which is quite old now, but I feel I haven't seen too many of it around, so I do want to try and do that another video later in the week. So yeah guys, thanks for checking out Thor. Once again, the lightness is incredible. The different display options is also great. I'm not going to swap out the arms. The last thing I will note is I had him looking down for a little bit, and the beard actually left a little scuff mark there. It won't, I tried to wipe it off, but it won't come off. It's not visible unless you're really looking for it. Just something I mentioned at the very end here. Alright, catch you guys next time.